All right, so this is for week 3 project here. Wrapping up a lot of the series. This project focuses on just the first 2 weeks where we talk about triggers. We bring in some light changes, door opening, doors locked. Additionally, just vectors, things moving on a timeline, and cameras moving around, cutting to different views. So kind of a lot like in the first week where we had a project set up. This one's just a little bit more detailed and organized for what we're trying to do. So let's go ahead and jump in real quick to the gameplay and we'll talk about the blueprints.
There is nothing here. There is nothing here. Looks like this key will unlock the door. Let's go try it out. There is nothing here. Those boxes seem to be hiding something. I wonder if there's something behind it that will help me out.
Okay, cool. So basically, the main part of the vision behind this project is you're in a building and you're just trying to escape, right? You get in there, there's a locked door. Um, I have some of these other things set up that I haven't gotten rid of yet. This is more, I'm just keeping it here as part of the process of how I was blocking up the level. Like, hey, this is here, this is that, and that just helped me know where to put things. Um, and just kind of like what my vision looked like. So that's why I haven't completely removed it, because I just want to talk about what the process was building it. I whited, white blocked everything, and then it came back and replaced it with a lot of the individual pieces. Even one of this one I had like the whiteboard. I had like a sign that was right here. Um, all these were modeled out in different pieces as well, and then I came back and replaced a lot of the stuff to really build out that scene. Um, let's do this. So let's talk about the key card. So you press E, plays a sound, unlocks door for the door to open. When you begin the overlap, you find the branch that gets the player controller allows input, and it shows the text message there, or allows no text message. And with this door, it's set up to be locked, plays a sound. If it is locked, if you go near it, and then when you unlock it, it makes a sound as well of it opening. And it's initially set to, the unlock a door event to change it to be unlocked. Let's get the trigger. All this does is check is when you overlap it, opens the door, closes the door. and it will only do that again if it's unlocked. Trigger button, set up similar things where it enables input and it has the text message to these and disables input. Pressing E moves the disk and the print string just saying like reading, just making sure that that's something it's able to check. The disk there connected to this guy, the switch, simply just activates, plays the sound of a little radio button clicking, and calls the same similar function of opening the door. So it's just set up on the disk here to grab it, move disk, play the sound of it moving, and translate it to the side so that the player is able to jump through. These are just similar doors that are just set as part of the level design where maybe you get close to them, they open up. So upon jumping through, one of the things I tried to set up was a level sequencer. For whatever reason, there has been like a bug trying to set this up, but I had a level sequencer set where you would jump in, even though I didn't have the blueprint coded to do it upon jumping in the sequencer, it just looked at this, looked around, and then it moved forward, took the door, went over here, and then looked at this spot, and then the sequence ended. But instead, you walk through, you have this guy, also this guy, these guys that just say there's nothing here. If a player tries to go near it, just interacts saying that. They go to the door, it's locked, it won't open. The light starts red. When it opens, it turns green. Yeah, the BP lights there. So you have your different lights, turn on, turn red, turn off, turn green. This guy is the trigger once you pass through here and does the voice slide like, wonder what's around this spot. This guy, when you move in here, this one's a little bit more complicated, but basically when you enter, it's going to branch to do once, check for each loop, and it's going to be checking for all the different boxes that are here. And it's going to set the physics to be on. At the beginning of the play though, it's going to check and it's going to set everything to be off. So once it sets everything on, it's going to enable input. You press E, and we'll get to that later, but it shows a certain text. And on the other side, ending overlap, it disables the input and a text for that. When you enter initially, there's going to be, there's going to be a little bit of an impulse. And then, sorry, let me back up real quick. So when you first enter, there's going to be a little bit of an impulse that we'll see through the other code. This set simulate physics, it kind of opens a bit just because of how the boxes are colliding. But when you press E inside the location, it's going to do an impulse where it makes it like bounce a little. And then it's going to do a camera shake in this area. And it's set to trigger based off of the box that it's connected to. Let's get rid of a lot of these guys. Okay, so you got your text render attached to that. A little bit more like the blocking out from earlier. You don't have anything connected to the button. You have everything inside the trigger this time. But basically, overlap enables input text, and overlap disables input text. E activates the button switch, print message. Button switch then calls. Okay, I lied. There is something attached to this guy. So button switch, upon play, I have it set up in here to turn the light red. And then in here, when it's activated by pressing E, which is called, earlier in a function, it's going to unlock the door. So by doing that, unlocks it, set view door. This is where it changes the camera to go to the door itself. Opens the door, there's a delay. After the delay, turns green. Set view to the exit sign, and then set view to the player in their respective areas. It's similar to the other graphs that we were looking at, but like you saw it, goes from this camera to this camera, and then swings back to the player viewpoint. So this is pretty much the assignment there. anything else I haven't covered, let me know. Um, but main things that I wish I could just improve on that I learned in later weeks is how to be able to set up, Puzzle Manager. That would have been perfect for this idea that I was trying to execute. But one thing at a time, right?